Welcome back to this week's edition of Carolina Kart Scene. We talk about several races across South Carolina and North Carolina. And so it looks like this past weekend the rain really affected a lot of different racetracks. A couple of cancellations, but a bunch of tracks were able to squeeze it in and get a lot of racing in. We personally went to Liberty Raceway Park, so I'll be posting the red plate race a little bit later on. Unfortunately, I didn't get as much filming as I wanted to, but Liberty Raceway Park does have a great YouTube channel and actually had a live stream of this past week. So let's get to it. Before we get into the action, I want to thank everybody for subscribing and also viewing the videos. If you've got any suggestions, please let me know what we can incorporate into our regular videos or into the Carolina Kart Scene. And if you take a second, please subscribe so continue to grow the channel. Next thing I want to talk about before we get into the action for racing on May the 6th is the topic of testing. You'll notice on Facebook pages for a lot of the tracks, they'll either open up a test date where you come out and test, or where you can actually rent the track yourself and go out there and do a lot of testing. This is a great opportunity for a lot of different racers for shaking down a kart, getting some experience, or in my case, if you have a new racer that wants to get some seat time, this is a great opportunity. Mitchell Speedway has a lot of things on their Facebook page about their testing, so definitely get out and check that out. First up is Coleridge Speedway in Ramshore, North Carolina, running on May the 6th. This is their Saturday night special series, the A Series, and this is the second race in this series for them. They have a lot of different classes that are on the line, a lot of great money up for the line. They also have juice box on this night, so definitely a race to check them out. Gates open at 10 with practice starting at 12:30 and race about 5:30. So even if you're not racing yourself, you want to get out and watch and you're in this area, that's a great track to come out and watch. So definitely get out. Next up is Albemarle Speedway in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. They'll be running a full show, and they have a lot of great classes that are going to be on the line. They have a really great Facebook page, so definitely check them out for start times and practice times, and definitely a track to go check out. One of the racetracks running in South Carolina on May the 6th is the new Hanging Rock Cartway in Kershaw, South Carolina. They got a lot of different classes on the line. This is a predominantly Reaper event for this particular race, so they have a lot of classes for the Reaper, including Juice Box, but they also have a few classes for Open Tire, Clone 350, 425, Amateur 375, and a couple of others. So definitely check out their Facebook post. They will have racing with the gates open at 12 and practice starting at 2 o'clock. Next up running in South Carolina is Southern Cartway running in Loris, South Carolina on May the 6th. This is their third race of 6 in their points series, and they have gates open at 11 o'clock with practice starting at 1. A lot of great classes on the line. They got a lot of good money in their pro heavy money class, with a lot of money throughout the field and not just for first place. A lot of other good classes, junior classes. They also will have a Maxxis treaded tire for this pro senior champ animal. So there's a lot of mixture of good classes throughout this one, so definitely something to check them out and go out and support them. Next up running in South Carolina is the Big 3 Challenge Series. This is actually race number 3 for them, and they'll be running at Sugar Tit Speedway in Greer, South Carolina. This is a Maxxis tire event with a lot of great classes: Clone 375, Clone 425, Senior Stock, Junior Sportsman Champ, and a lot of other classes on the line. Again, this is also one where they'll have a drawing if you do all 5 races for an Ultra Max Racing chassis. So definitely get out and check them out if you're in this area. Next up running in South Carolina is new Outback Speedway in Gray Court, South Carolina. They'll be hosting the Triple Crown Karting Series. Triple Crown came out with an announcement a couple of weeks ago where they have a northern division and a southern division, and so there's a lot of different races going on with the different ones. They have Reaper and Maxxis tire events for this particular class, so definitely go and check them out. This is a great smaller track, a lot of great racing side by side, so if you're in this area, definitely a track to go check out. In late-breaking news, Mountain Creek Speedway in Catawba, North Carolina was one of the tracks affected by rains this past weekend and had to cancel a couple of classes. Well, they are doing a makeup this Sunday, May the 7th, for cadets, beginner box stock, and junior wing. So gates open at 1 p.m. and practice starting at 3. So get out and support them. And the last track I want to talk about is Horsepower Park Go-Kart Track in Morganton, North Carolina. This track is a relatively new track and has seen a lot of growth here lately. They're very active on Facebook, especially on the day of the races they're having, and they are adding more and more money races every week. This week they got clone buggies, 20 laps, 200 to win, so definitely check them out. Gates will open at 10 a.m. with practicing at 11:30 and qualifying at 12 p.m. So definitely check them out.